Distance Nerding.
Hey! Just in time, Jahmez in the building.
In the building. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me?
No,
Yeah.
I can't hear you at all.
You can't hear me at all?
No, I can't hear you, dude.
Dude, that sucks. What am I gonna do? Tell me how to fix this then.
We can't do the show. We can't hear Jahmez. Well,
Wait a second.
Tuesday. You know what that means? You are now experiencing distance nerding.
Part of the Geek Freaks Network of podcasts. No, see? Now you can hear me. See, I don't know.
I don't know. She's the chosen one's first cousin. It's Jen.
They might be a red shirt. It's SHDU.
He's repenting about what he said about the sequel. It's Jahmez 5000.
And he's Rick Flag Sr. of Distance Nerding. It's Young Phil. And guess what? We are here to nerd together.
Together.
Nailed it
One
for the
day.
224th time. Talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all the social media places everywhere that you can get the social medias. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube right now, guys, hit that like button. I don't know why I blanked on button. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Listen on your favorite podcast app. Leave us a review. And remember, 5 stars helps so much. If you're listening on Spotify, give us a review of the episode, guys. Just let us know how you're loving everything we're doing and how much you hate everything we're doing. Just mostly give us a little love, though. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all the social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. Of course, you can email us at your favorite place of choice, if that favorite place of choice, of course, is distancenerding@aol.com.
Which it should be.
By the way, if you have a Gmail account, that means you have a YouTube account. So there's no reason to not follow and subscribe Distance Nerding on YouTube.
And if you have an email account, that means you can email us at
Wow.
There we go. SHDU capitalizing on that delay. It's great.
By the way, we're like at almost 400 subscribers on YouTube.
Ooh,
so
close.
I'm gonna hold Philippe to his word and say he's gonna give away something.
I am.
If we get to 400,
I figured out what I'm giving away. So
Your
on
soul?
June 1st,
Is it your soul?
It is. It is.
No,
Ladies and gentlemen, on June 1st, Lego is dropping a new kit. And I figured I'm gonna give people that kit. So the kit is the Disney Pixar Luxo Junior kit.
Oh,
fancy.
I have no idea what
I don't
any
either.
of
I
that
was
means.
about to say, I do not know what any of those words mean. Oh, I
Oh,
see. Oh, it's the little.
Aw.
I see.
all right.
That dropped on June 1st. When we hit 400 subscribers, the very next episode that we have, we'll be announcing a winner. Now, of course, I use RNG. And if you are present in the chat during that live episode, you have a chance to win.
Yes.
So that's once we hit those 400 subscribers, that very next episode, if you are watching the episode live, we will give you a chance to win that prize. As a thank you for everybody who is watching the episode at the time, and everybody who's just supporting us. That's the main thing. Is I want to buy, I want to buy your love. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to buy your affection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're rambling. It's okay.
We got a show to do, Phil.
Yeah.
Everybody loves you.
Nobody.
It's
no.
okay.
Okay, well, not every.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody loves me. It's okay. My mother doesn't even love me. It's fine. Ladies and
Oh my
gentlemen.
gosh. Okay, now you're just playing the victim. Keep going.
I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you have now stumbled onto the worst kept secret in all of the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching what is known on the internet now as the download. So
Are you okay?
I'm not.
Are
Let's
you?
do See, I'm not okay. There we go. Let's
Awesome.
Oh man,
Shout out to Ari in the chat right now. He said he's going to subscribe today. See, that's what I'm talking about, Ari. Somebody's listening to me. I appreciate you.
absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into this. Of course, this week on deck, we've got the Geek End update.
From Hogwarts to Starry Hollow, we did the Gem State thing.
Oh, yeah, we
Ooh.
did. And we got somebody to talk about it too. So, guys, let's move on here. We're going to start some rumors.
We get tingly about the MCU. I certainly am.
I'm always tingly about the MCU. And of course, rounding out the show, it's the download.
We try to upset as many fandoms as one show will allow.
Oh, and it's going to happen. The internet is going to hate
Yeah.
us. And,
Yes.
I mean, the internet already hates us. It's fine. It's okay. But before we get into all of that, of course. Oh,
Shout out to all the nerds that attended our.
I guess that was the wrong one. But first,
Shout 'em out.
let me get a shout out. Brr, 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 brr.
The acoustic version. Good.
It is the acoustic version, just because I apparently put the wrong one on the screen. So on the soundboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we are brought to you here by Dubby. That's
sure,
right.
yeah, that one.
Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10. Get 10% off your order. Ladies and gentlemen, it is delicious. We made a Debicide this weekend. Success. Very, very successful. We made a Debicide. Shout outs to Debbie again.
Is that why you're acting the way you're acting?
Absolutely. It was the Debicide. Always trying to blame Pam and making me drink Debicide.
Oh man. Well, so are we going to talk about Geek Freaks Network, or
Absolutely.
we can? I mean, we're part of it now, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's connecting, informing, entertaining fellow geeks and nerds, creating a space where fans can explore their fandoms, discover new ones, and engage in meaningful discussions.
Oh.
So check out the Geek Freaks podcast. I can't even say who's like we're part of. I'm so
That's right.
sad. Challenge accepted.
Wave.
Outlast podcast, Fandom Portals, Who's Got Next Game, Disney Moms Gone Wrong, and Geek Freaks interviews, headlines, Anime Plus, and of course, Distance Nerding. You're watching us right now. Whether you're into blockbuster films, classic video games, or niche comic series, the Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. Find out more at GFPods. And that's with an S.com.
That's right. We're so proud to be a part of Geek Freaks Network. They've helped us a lot. We've tried to help them as much as we can. It is a great partnership. And I know James feels the same way.
Yep. I do.
We're just going to leave it at that. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had an amazing weekend. So let's talk about this. It's time for the Geek End update.
All right, let's dive into it. Gem State Comic-Con was this past weekend at Boise, Idaho, at the Expo, Idaho. I had so much fun. Oh my gosh. It was
I am
amazing.
so jealous. I am so freaking jealous.
I mean,
Let me set it up real quick, because there was like 3 different exhibit hall rooms, like huge. It's like the entire fairgrounds was open to us, plus the panel room. It was so great. We got to speak with Bonnie Wright. Ray Park was there, John St. John, who's Duke Nukem, Brian O'Halloran, and Marilyn Gigliotti from Clerks, Elise Bowman, Derek Stephen Prince, Rick Robertson from Dragon Ball Z, Scott Patterson, and Sean Gunn from Gilmore Girls.
Ooh.
So much fun. I saw him in the chat earlier. Shout out to JR. He was helping on the panels, so he did an incredible job. So shout out to JR. He took some of the panels and gave us some time to eat some pizza. I had so much fun.
Nice.
Awesome.
It was,
Yay.
it was great.
Now, to expand on how Gem State Comic-Con was over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our con correspondents, because they were there with us. Welcome back to DeLongs.
All right. So there was also lots of cool exhibits from other groups. Like there was a couple Star Wars. There was that Totoro. Went through the Godzilla exhibit at one point. Got a bunch of great footage there. We talked to a bunch of new friends and some old friends. We got to see some of our old artist friends like Floyd. Got some new members for the Council of Wades.
That's
Nice,
true.
And overall, it was a great show. It was packed both days, like to the point it was kind of hard to get around in the actual exhibit halls, even on Sunday.
Ooh.
So,
And if you guys go to our Instagram, you can check out some of the pictures, some of the videos, and everything that's going on there. We will be posting some more videos upcoming. We did get footage of the interview, so that should be up online soon. As well as some new episodes of Comic Conversation. So guys, just be ready for that. We're gonna have a whole bunch of fun. It's a new year, it's a new con season. Everything's about to go down. You guys,
Ooh.
you're not ready for it.
I thought you were gonna like burst into Buble.
Maybe.
You said it's a new year, and I was like, "It's a new day. It's a new." I was like, "Okay, come on, do it," and then you didn't. I'm disappointed. Go
we did
ahead.
end up
Don't mind.
karaoke. We
Yeah,
did end
the
up
panel,
going out
the
Saturday,
panel
so.
rooms were great. You know, I was watching all the panels, even the ones that JR did.
Mhm.
And shout out to JR, shout out to Jeff on screen here for helping out JR because, you know, he was great, but it was his inaugural game day, helping out on the panels, and he did a great job. But like every single panel, there was like 40 or 50 people in the panels, and then we
Right.
got to the big panels like Bonnie Wright and the Gilmore Girls panel, packed wall to wall. We had 200 people in there easily watching the panels. It was so much fun, and the guests loved it. I could tell like all of them were having such a good time. So I'm
Awesome.
super
That's
happy about
good.
the panels. And look at all the
That's
people that
good.
we met.
And
Yeah.
I'm so not jealous at all.
Well, let us tell you about it because, you know, Ari in the chat was also there. It looks like he had a good time. JR is in the chat. Who else is DJ Curry? Dude, is there a single moment, young Phil, that jumped out at you where you're like, I'm having such a good time?
I mean, I was having a good time the entire time.
Uh-huh.
I think that of the entire weekend, well, there's two things that jump out at me. I mean, at the show itself, when we interviewed Scott Patterson and Sean Gunn,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of times we got those guys to laugh,
Yes.
you know, like
That's awesome.
they were comedic perfection. Those guys were ridiculously funny the entire time. And there were a few moments where me and James made them laugh to the point where on the back end in the backstage and like, you know, everybody that as far as like managers and agents and everything, they said that me and James had some of the best jokes on that stage.
Oh,
And that
good.
made me
Yay.
feel really good. It's like, oh, people think I'm funny.
Validation.
So much validation. James had some pretty good zingers, man. There was one point
Good.
he looks over at Sean Gunn and he goes, "How did you weasel your way into that?" And he goes, "You put some respect on his name."
Did you
did
get to
want to-
ask any of my questions?
We asked all your questions. You did a
Yeah.
great job.
Oh,
Oh.
awesome. Good. Okay. I can't wait to listen to it then
Yeah, no,
when it's
gonna
a
be good.
comic conversation.
You're going to be able to see it because we're actually going to be posting all the videos online because we have
Oh, awesome.
we have high def videos of everything we did, so it's going to be great.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff, who's right here on stream. He filmed the whole thing in HD. We appreciate you so much. So, again, another reason to subscribe to Distance Nerding on YouTube because
Yep.
we're going to release all those videos. Normally we do it as podcasts, but now we're going to do both. Can we do both? Let's do both.
Let's
Yeah.
do both.
do both.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
do
we'll do both. The other thing that jumped out Sunday night, we went out and we hung out with Marilyn Gigliotti and Brian O'Halloran.
Oh, wow.
And had drinks with them. And again, just comedic fun. All we did was joke with them, and you realize the quick wit that Brian has, right? Because like the guy just drops jokes before you can even think, like it's great.
I'm sorry. That's Irish wit, y'all.
Yeah. And
It
he's just
is.
a really funny guy, so I loved hanging out with him. Get another person to add to our list of con friends. John St. John, James will tell you, me and John St. John broed out on stage. And
I'll tell you what, when John St. John, who's the voice of Duke Nukem, he was a radio DJ. He's a huge gamer as well. Him and Phil were talking, chopping it up on stage, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm a third wheel on this stage right now. Like I could just melt into the background, and nobody would notice. Like young Phil wouldn't notice. John St. John, I'm like, this is getting awkward. But he was such a cool guy, All the panelists were actually really cool. I was super proud of that.
James was up there looking like the guy that got invited to someone else's date.
Dude, it was a weird like menage a trois, and I was the one just sitting on the outside, just kind of watching. I'm like, what? I don't know. Anyway, so let's go back to you guys. So you guys got to be in the con a lot of the time. So did you see like some amazing cosplay? Like what jumped out at you as far as cosplay goes, or skits or scenes that you saw?
I like the Jawas. They were walking around, bartering with people. They were actually raising money for a nonprofit, and I thought that was really cool. And the way they just stayed in character as Jawas, bartering and doing their bit, and it was really cool to see because they had their little cart walking around the entire convention.
Nice.
That's awesome. So actually, we got a story about that because we were talking with Time Warp Toys. Shout out to Time Warp Toys.
Yeah,
they're amazing. They gave us prizes to give away. They always take care of us, and they take care of the Comic-Con attendees. It was amazing. But he was telling us a story that somebody came up to him, and it might have been a Jawa, but they said, hey, we're going to see what we can do about trading up something to get something else. And he's like, I'm game. What do you have? So they busted out a potato because they were in Idaho, right? So the guy started with a potato, and he traded for, I forgot which toy that Time Warp said, but he traded up and up and up, and then he came back to Time Warp at the end of the day, and the guy's like, hey, so want to see what I got? And they're like, oh yeah, let's see what you got for a potato. Traded it up and up and up. He ended up getting like a 3D printed helmet.
Oh man.
By the end of the day.
Wow.
All from a potato.
yeah.
That's banana boat bonkers.
I wish I would.
That's so fun.
DJ
That
Curry
is so
music,
fun.
DJ Curry music in the chat saying they also gave him a potato.
See, you could have got a 3D helmet, DJ Curry. Come on now.
So I mean, again, some of the cosplay that was there was amazing. One of my favorites that I saw the entire weekend, I geeked the fuck out as soon as I saw it. Somebody was walking around as GI Robot.
Ooh.
No.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
I hope Sean
signed-
got pictures with it.
Sean signed the side of the jaw, so it has Sean's signature on it.
Oh, that's so
Nice.
cool.
And it was funny because James was walking out to go do something, and he goes, Bill, do you see this? And GI Robot walks inside the room. I'm like, oh my god, it was so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's great.
I was
And
just
the
like,
whole time that
would you like-
GI walking out, they're just going back and forth.
I was just like, would you like to kill Nazis with me?
Well, it sounds like you guys had an amazing con on both sides,
Yeah.
in the convention, on the convention floor, and in the interviews. And again, I am not jealous one small iota.
I don't
Not at all.
none. There's no jealousy whatsoever.
Totally
We're
not.
not jealous of each other and on this
Nope.
on this show.
Not at all. You know, when one of us rises, we all rise.
Exactly.
That's what I say. That's what I
It
say.
is. It is.
So guys, let's move on to this, just because again, Gem State was a massive success. So the next success that we are getting ready to have, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Beaver State Comic-Con. That is the next on the docket for us. That is the next show that we are going to be at. So if you can make your way out to Redmond, Oregon, we will see you there. Of course, the OG Captain America, Red Brown, is going to be there. And then Peter Kalamis, good friend of the show. He's been on Dragon Ball. He played Goku. And then, of course, he played Rolf on Ed, Edd n Eddy, which we have gotten him to do Rolf as Goku, which is absolutely hilarious. And then, of course, Lindsay Shepard is going to be there from Ruby, Final Fantasy, Pokemon. And the Beav himself is going to be at Beaver State Comic-Con. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Mathers, the Beaver himself from Leave It to Beaver, will be at Beaver State Comic-Con.
I think Dave from Colossus Girl puts on Beaver State Comic-Con just so he can be like, oh, I'm going to get the Beav to be on the Beaver State show. Like, how long has he been waiting to get
perfect.
Jerry?
It is perfection, though.
It was.
How long has he been waiting for that?
Hey, it's within theme.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's on brand.
Yeah.
I'm all about staying on brand.
Yeah,
See, look at this.
Brand.
Look at what we're doing with marketing wise. JR now wants to go to Beaver State Comic-Con in Redmond.
I'm telling you, man, Peter Kalamis is one of the coolest dudes in the world, man. You definitely need to get there and see him. He's got a really good story about how he got Rolf. So make your way there, guys. It is a 2-day show. It will be running from May 1st and May 31st and June 1st. So that's about 2 weeks away, guys. We will be there. We're gonna have a crap ton of fun. We hope to see all of you guys there over to Redmond, Oregon, and have all the fun with us.
Yeah.
Where's Plank right now?
Plank, again, I'm in transition right now. Plank is somewhere in here.
There's an operation for that.
I know. Guys, yes, for all the Ed, Edd n Eddy fans, I do have a Plank that is signed by Peter Kalamis.
You gonna give that away? You better not
I'm
give
never
it
gonna
away.
give that away. That's
Because
much
you
too
do
much.
have to give something away since we are now at 401 YouTube subscribers.
We
So
are.
Oh wow. Okay, guys.
Wow.
Next week, as long as nobody drops off, next week, we are going to be doing a giveaway. All right, guys. And I will be giving away. It's funny because I'm giving it away before it even comes out, but we are going to be giving away a Luxo Junior.
You're pre-gifting.
Pre-gifting,
Yes.
right? So basically, what we're
Pre-gifting.
going to do, I am whoever wins, I'm going to pre-order it for you, and it's going to go straight to you. So,
ooh, let me give you my address.
I know, right? So, yes, ladies and gentlemen,
James, you're on the show.
again, the way we're going to do it is next week on next week's show, and this is for the audio listeners as well. If you are live in the chat during the show, we'll probably do it in between starting rumors and the download. Next week on the show, if you are in the chat, that is the prerequisite. If you're in the chat, as a thank you, I will add you to the spinny thing, the prize winner thingy,
Yeah.
right? And RNG is gonna pick, and one of you guys is gonna win. So may the best person win.
So pray.
May
to
the
your
odds
gods
ever
that
be
you
in your favor.
That's actually what I was trying to say, and I forgot the line.
So
I was
pray
like,
to
all
your
right, I'm gonna
gods
keep-
that you win. Oh.
Yeah, may the odds be ever be in your favor. So yes, ladies.
So
and gentlemen,
basically, you're saying tune in next week if you would like to win
absolutely
the Lego
a Lego
extravaganza.
Luxo Jr. Yes, a Lego Luxo Junior.
Okay.
And maybe over the course of the week, I might do another prize. I don't know. We'll do something a little bit different on
I tell you what, if we're gonna double down on this, so whoever just subscribed, thank you so much, including GR, including Ari. If you go over to youtube.com/@thelongfamcosplay, our good friends that are on the screen right now, help their YouTube channel out. We'll give
Yes.
away more stuff.
That's right.
We're like
Once-
the home
once
shopping
they
network.
hit 100
We're gonna give
subscribers,
away Phil's soul.
that,
Yes,
I
yes.
gave
Is that
away.
1,000
Yeah.
subscribers?
I gave that
That's
away a long
1,000.
time ago. But Jeff, Sandra, show them what you guys are giving away right now. Oh, sorry. I was trying to. Damn it. Hold on.
There we go.
We're going.
There we go. Okay.
Somewhere in there.
The internet hates me right now. The internet is hating me
Okay.
all day.
Just fix it in post.
So you guys see that right there on the screen. Jeff's got it in his hand right now. That is a 3D printed Warhammer from Warhammer 40K. Now check it out. On the inside of that, pop that open, man. It
It takes a
does
second.
come with, it does come with a stone set of D20.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So guys, what all you got to do in order to win that is subscribe to DeLong Family Cosplay. Once they hit 100 subscribers, this is great. Once they
You'll
hit
get the
100
repaired
subscribers,
version
they're going to be
of
giving that
the-
away. So guys, that link is on our screen. Make sure you follow DeLong Family Cosplay. They are great friends of ours. They help us out in so many different ways. They're giving that away. James just doubled down. I'm giving away a prize next week. We're going to give away another prize once they hit 100 subscribers.
I like
We
it.
just need 4 more.
Woo! Let's make it happen, people.
Woo.
Just
So now the
front
audio listeners know, you guys, this will be out for audio tonight. All the audio listeners over the course of the week, if you guys hear this, head over to YouTube, subscribe to DeLong Family Cosplay, and you know you get another chance to win a prize.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
Like it.
And
we
who
will be
doesn't
live.
like free stuff?
And who
Exactly.
knows? There could be the same winner for both of them. You could win 2 things.
You know what? I have a prize already for when they hit 100 subscribers. It's in my box right now. But guys, this is also courtesy of DeLong Family Cosplay.
Yeah.
Sandra knew already what it was. She 100% already knew what it was.
Because I got it for you.
Yeah, I know. She gave it to me a while back to give away for at a show, and I never gave it away. Guys, I have a Black Widow Build-A-Bear.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
So when they hit 100 subscribers, I'm giving away that Black Widow Build-A-Bear.
There you go. Let's do it.
Woo.
Let's make this happen. Let's make someone's Black Widow Build-A-Bear dream come true.
Exactly.
I don't think I could say that again.
Yes, Say Wong, I want you to do work.
We're
Well,
just
guys,
clicking 2 buttons.
We've lingered a bit. Let's move on to the rest of the show here. DeLongs, you guys are gonna hang around for the dance party, right?
Of course.
All right. So we will see you guys back here on the show in a little bit. Let's jump into the rest of the show here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get banned in Belarus.
Woo.
It's time to start some rumors.
Boom, 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 blah, 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 blah. Banned in Belarus.
Jen's like, we have to put noise on it or else we're gonna get banned again. It's
That is true.
it's too good of a song.
Ah,
Really
It
is.
really is.
words are hard for me right now. Okay.
Eventually, one of these days, we're gonna get to a point where we have our own song. Until then, we can just keep playing that cool ass song.
If at this
getting
point
banned
we
in
could
countries that-
actually clip different parts of us doing this and just mix it up, and that could be the new song.
Oh,
That's a good
DJ
point.
Curry in the chat saying, "I heard a rumor DJ Curry is a nice guy," and then after that, he can make it for us. Hey, man, if you
Ooh.
want to send us a draft of a song, we need it to be high energy and have something to do with rumors. You know, rock us a song, man. And you can shoot that to us at distancenerding@aol.com. Yeah, man, and we'll work with you, man. You know,
Yeah.
we'll talk on the back end.
I
Oh, you have
like
a
it.
partner,
All right.
Rock?
Hey,
No reason.
let's
All
do
right.
this. I think we have rumors, right?
We
Not
do.
just
Let me dive
the
in.
graphic.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
jump into this, guys.
Star-Lord leading the Annihilators looks like someone finally gave him a team that won't question his mixtape choices. Oh my goodness. Rumors are swirling that Marvel Studios might be developing a live action Annihilators film with none other than Chris Pratt's Star-Lord leading the charge. If this turns out to be true, it could be a major addition to the Marvel's next phase of the MCU. Now, Imagine the possibilities. Star-Lord assembling a powerhouse team of interstellar battles on a whole new scale. We're talking cosmic level threats, unexpected alliances, and some of the most epic team-ups in the MCU. Marvel Studios is keeping quiet, and we'll have to wait for an official confirmation. Tacos on the table. Star-Lord leading the Annihilators, great idea, or are we just giving him a bigger stage to dance battle his enemies on?
That's good.
I would tacos. I'm gonna say tacos on the table. Although I do have to admit, I actually don't know that much about the Annihilators, but from what I remember, it is heavy hitters like Beta Ray Bill, and I think Silver Surfer was on it for a bit, and there's a lot of people. Like I think Nova. I don't know if it was Nova, but somebody from that Icon, somebody. Anyway, so I just think it's cool, and any more cosmic teams that we can get out there, I think that would be the best, because we got to introduce the Shi'ar soon, and so I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Did I cover it all?
You pretty much nailed
Yeah.
it. You covered all the tacos.
Yeah.
It would be nice to do something a little bit spacey like that. Like they got grounded, which is good. Like they got back to basics. I like that. But yeah, give me something cosmic. Give me something spacey to sink my teeth into. My tacos are on the table.
Ch224.
So my...
Okay. Yep. You think about those tacos. You let them cook.
My...
Let them simmer.
My... very destructive tacos are on the table. That's the best.
Very so just destroying a toilet is what you're doing here.
Directly from Taco Bell's lab. Yes.
Yeah, I mean they don't mess me up like that, but I mean still, my tacos are on the table. I mean it makes sense to have number one. It makes sense to bring the Annihilators in. That's kind of like a natural next step from the Guardians of the Galaxy, but considering that he is now a Celestial within this universe, it makes sense to kind of jump into the Annihilator. So my tacos are on the table.
Oh,
awesome.
my little G tacos are on the table. That's what it is.
Worth the wait. I'll wait for those tacos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or who's got the next one?
Surf's up. Silver Surfer's ride through the MCU is just beginning. I didn't know I was actually going to do that voice until halfway through, so I apologize. The cosmic hero won't just be making a one-time appearance. There are plans for her to show up in multiple projects after the Fantastic Four first steps, including a solo film. So where could the Surfer glide to next? Speculation is buzzing that Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars could be the perfect multiversal playground to showcase different versions of the character. Shala Ball, which I think is going to be in the Fantastic Four first steps. Norrin Rad, who I think is the original Silver Surfer, and there's a whole bunch more. So Marvel Studios is keeping its long-term plans under wraps, with the Fantastic Four hitting theaters this July. We're unlikely to get any official word or confirmation on spin-offs or future appearances until after the film lands. But one thing is for sure, Silver Surfer is poised for a major cosmic comeback. So tacos on the table. Silver Surfer getting a bigger role in the MCU. Exciting? Or are we just setting up for 2 hours of a person dramatically gliding through space?
That's it. That's the whole movie.
Young Phil, what do you think?
It's just shoosh.
It makes sense. I mean, there is a little bit of backlash because some people are not too happy that they decided to go with Shala Ball instead of going with Norrin Rad. But I mean, like, I'm fine with Shala Ball. She's a good character. She's a good character from the comics. The whole thing about Shala Ball is she is basically the exact story of Norrin Rad, but just inverse, right? Instead of Norrin Rad surviving and his wife dying, his wife survives and he dies. So I mean, like,
Right.
I don't have an issue with Shalabal. I think she's a great character. She's just as powerful as he is.
It's
And
the
yeah.
Peter Parker paradox.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Now, JR saying that she needs to be in Secret Wars. I 100% believe she's going to be.
Right.
We
Yeah.
know that Shalabal. I mean, I think this is a way to appease everyone. Is like, we're gonna have Shalabal. They'll probably bring in Norin Rad. You'll probably see a moment between the two of them where both of them coming from their universes and their respective person has died in each universe. And this is like the first time they've seen each other in years. But it's
Yeah.
not their version, and they know that.
Right, it's like a Gamora situation, and
It's going to be
Yeah,
very
yeah,
sad and
it
very
is.
powerful to see both Shalabal and Norin Rad meeting each other in the multiverse.
Yeah.
So I have a question before. Wait, James, why don't you go? Because I have a question about Silver Surfer and the Heralds of Galactus in general. So, so go ahead, James.
My tacos are on the table as well. I think the last story kind of hit it. Is that I think they're going to go cosmic again. They're going to find a way to tap into that with, whatever they're going to do with Silver Surfer and Galactus, and if Star-Lord's like kind of an anchor for us to like get on board the Annihilators or whatnot, or whatever kind of cosmic storylines that they're going to do, I'm on board.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
SHDU.
Go ahead.
So my so there's silver meat, silver cheese, silver tomatoes, silver lettuce.
I'm pretty sure you shouldn't eat that.
Little silver salsa on
It's
there.
called colloidal silver. That's all it is.
That's poison. It's
silver
poison.
tortilla on a silver table, and who's eating them? Galactus.
Yeah, no, he's gonna poop out a stone. It's gonna be great.
That's not silver. That's mercury, dude. Stop it.
Stop it.
Bad fish tacos. Don't eat those bad fish tacos.
Like I said, he's eating colloidal silver. He's just gonna turn blue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But not not like in the good way, like becoming beast blue. Like, he's gonna turn blue as in like, he's gonna look unwell.
Yeah.
Like that crazy cult leader who died.
Right. That's exactly it. Where she like literally turned blue because she kept eating colloidal silver.
Yeah. So okay. So my question. Could there be more than one Herald of Galactus at any time?
Typically not at the same time. Now, in the comics, there have been where they cover different parts of the universe. But the point of the Herald of Galactus is to announce to a planet that Galactus is coming to inhale your planet. So typically there's usually only one Herald at one time. But in the comics, there have been multiple times where there have been multiple Heralds where it's not like the Silver Surfer. It is like a different character that has like kind of like cosmic powers the way that the Silver Surfer has cosmic powers.
Okay. So, all right. So here's my theory. I think they're going to make Galactus multiversal. And so he has a herald in each universe. And so that's why there are different Silver Surfers, or I think Beta Ray Bill was his herald at some point, or something like that. Anyway.
And that is something that's happened in the comics where Galactus has multiple heralds in multiple universes.
So so then I think, well, great. Then it's not really that much of a stretch then, my theory. I didn't realize that. So never mind. No, I just, my tacos are on the table for this, but I do think we will get multiple Silver Surfers before this is through.
Yeah.
And one of them may sound like Lawrence Fishburne.
One of them may sound like a certain actor we interviewed this weekend, and we're throwing that out there. Disney, hire Steve Prince. I'm just saying it. During our interview this weekend, he specifically said if there's any character he'd want to voice, it's Silver Surfer. He kind of explained how he would do the character and why he had choices for the character. And I'm actually really excited to he did it in the interview. So when you guys listen to that interview, he did do the voice for that. And it's heartbreaking because of the background that he gave the character. So yes, Disney, there's a voice for Galactus out there already.
Or you mean Silver Surfer?
I'm sorry for the Silver Surfer, and he
I
also
was like, is it like Ralph Innes playing Galactus?
and he also is, also Frieza. So do it.
Yeah.
All right. Who's got the
Okay,
next
who's beating
one?
this?
You know what they say about a robot with big feet. Marvel fans are buzzing over new Avengers Doomsday set photos that may
So
have just
bad.
revealed a Sentinel lurking in the rubble. Leaked images show a massive drowned robot, partially covered in blue tarp, with a giant foot and mauve-colored chest plate peeking through. Marvel's kept plot details under wraps, but everyone is saying Sentinel! If true, this could signal a major mutant-related threat entering the MCU. Sentinels have long been the scourge of the X-Men, and their presence in Avengers Doomsday can mean big things for Marvel's multiversal future. So, talks on table, are Sentinels officially being destroyed in the MCU?
100% tacos on the table for this. It doesn't make sense to do the X-Men and not have the Sentinels, as much as the Sentinels are intertwined with the X-Men. Also, we've had small little inklings of Trask Industries. So I think that involving and talking about Bolivar Trask is just showing that we are going to get Sentinels. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
have a
agree on this
theory.
one. Go ahead.
Oh, my theory is that it's going to be, they're going to bring the Sentinels from Dr. Doom's like time or universe, and they'll be like an upgrade to the Ultron thing that they did. So, because that's all already have been introduced. So these are like the upgrade of Ultron, and so when they get here, they can identify mutants because that's what they did in the other thing. And so it's just going to be like, this is how we're going to get mutants, and it's going to be like a slash through that plot line and be like, nope, we're getting mutants right now, kind of thing.
Right.
yeah, and they've made it very clear that we are going to get classic X-Men on this. They are going to be doing like a mashup of the X-Men as we all expect, along with the X-Men from the movies. So I'm very excited to see all the actors from the original movies get a chance to play the characters as they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I like it. And yeah, my tacos are on the table, so I'll let everybody else taco.
Great.
Right.
My ever so slightly blue furry tacos are on the table.
Okay. Furry tacos. Again, don't eat those tacos.
That sounds moldy.
It's not good.
Yeah.
You're leaving those tacos out too long.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be some... I don't know if it's just going to be mutants, the Sentinels against the mutants. I think there's going to be some form of like a police state or something. There's going to be an incident that happens to make the Sentinels be put in play. And I think that'll come sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I think so too. I just think the introduction's going to be, I mean, you don't put Tony Stark in a Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom outfit and not have him build robots that can detect differences in human beings.
Right.
Just saying.
Robots.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, James had to run for a second. Moving on, I'll take the next story here. The X-Men reboot is finally happening. Professor X's biggest mistake, making Cyclops and Jean Grey mandatory at every team meeting. 1 second here. There we go. All right. Marvel's X-Men reboot is finally taking shape. And if the latest reports are true, the studio's building the franchise around 3 iconic characters, Professor X, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. The rumor says Marvel is following a strategy similar to the Fantastic Four, looking in a core trio before expanding the team. While Harris Dickinson is reportedly no longer in the running for Cyclops, 2 intriguing names have surfaced for Kevin Feige. Has 2
for the other leads.
For the other leads, I was going to re-say it. Coleman Domingo as Professor X and Daisy Edgar-Jones as Jean Grey. Kevin Feige has hinted that mutants are on the horizon, and the Avengers Secret Wars looming, the X-Men reboot could mark the beginning of a bold new era for the MCU. Tacos on the table, are Domingo and Edgar-Jones the right choices to lead Marvel's mutant revival?
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have to. I feel like
You
I've
don't know who
heard-
they are?
Well, I've heard of Coleman Domingo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
So I know the internet is going to be pissed about Coleman Domingo, because the internet is the internet and people get upset on the internet. This is where the hot takes are going to come in. I don't have a problem with Coleman Domingo playing Professor X, and the reason is because Professor X is already based on Martin Luther King. So
Right,
why not do
Yeah,
Coleman
no,
Domingo?
it's-
Coleman
yeah.
Domingo is an amazing actor. I still feel like Coleman Domingo would be a better Norman Osborn,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because of the way he played him in Spider-Man, and I mean just the animated version. I think the voice matches really well, but I also feel like he can pull off the look really easily for
Yeah.
Norman Osborn. So I'm pulling for Coleman Domingo to be Norman Osborn, but I would not be upset if he was Professor X.
Yeah.
I like this. Although I do think I'd like him more as Magneto, just because I feel like Magneto's wardrobe would be more in line with Coleman Domingo's personal wardrobe. So,
Yeah.
and he would look amazing in it. But I'm not even kidding. Like I follow him on Instagram, and dude knows how to dress. I'm just gonna say that. But I
had the
really
worst
do
idea ever pop into my head.
have him play both.
No, Coleman Domingo as Luscious Locks Lyncher, but perming his hair. He would look like a terrible 1970s pimp, and I do not like the idea in my head.
All right. Well, then we'll have him be Professor X. I adore the idea of him being part of the X-Men. I think he's just got the acting chops to pull off the really complicated scenes
Right.
that Professor X often has to have. And then I think he would play really well off of Daisy Edgar-Jones, because she's got that kind of like hippie wafy vibe, and I really think they haven't really done that with Jean, given off that kind of vibe, and I really would like to see that with her. So I think they're really good choices. I hope they decide to do it, but if they don't, I'm sure we'll get fantastic versions of both characters.
Yeah, I could see Coleman Domingo stepping in to the Professor X role, because remember, Giancarlo Esposito came out like a year ago saying, I want to be Professor X. And
Which
you
would have
know,
been amazing Professor X too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's
but
already
with
got
you
the
know
character.
scheduling and whatnot, maybe he couldn't do it, but the idea of race bending Professor X and getting somebody like a Coleman Domingo, who's a little bit younger than
Right.
Giancarlo Esposito, can do something with that. So I think this could happen.
Yeah, I already.
And he's got daddy energy.
Oh yeah. I mentioned earlier that Professor X is based on Martin Luther King, so I mean, like, it makes sense, as a character.
And by the way, if you watch 4 seasons on Netflix, Coleman Domingo's in it, and his drip is on fire.
That's also what
The
Jen
whole
was talking about a second ago.
Yeah, I was talking about how I thought he would be better as Magneto because the clothing would be more in line with what he likes to wear personally.
Have you watched 4
so.
seasons?
No, I just follow him on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah, Coleman Domingo is the drippiest of the drip. I was also mentioning, I think that I'm still holding out for him to be Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
Not as drippy.
Yeah.
No, but he could make Norman Osborn drippy. He can make Norman Osborn have the drip.
Yeah, with that
It's just a different kind of drip.
the wave, the Jerry curl wave. Yeah.
What about the Jerry?
What's
curl
wrong
wave?
with the Jerry curl wave?
Nothing. I like the 70s.
Wow, I didn't know this side of you. I really didn't.
Well, let's move on, guys. The next story that we have going on here, guys, the Peter Tingle, it's about to get multiversal. We're about to feel it in so many different universes. Sadie Sink is reportedly playing Mayday Parker, the daughter of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson. Not only does this dig deep into Spider-Man's lore, but it also builds on the multiverse chaos introduced in Spider-Man No Way Home. The rumors go on to say that Sink's Mayday will befriend Tom Holland's Peter Parker in Brand New Day, potentially filling the emotional space left behind by MJ and Ned. Meanwhile, the film's villain is rumored to be Mr. Negative, a visually striking and relatively newer addition to Spidey's Rogues Gallery. There's also talk of a secondary female villain, reportedly played by Succession star Sarah Snook. Oh, and Steven Yeun? That's right. He might just be stepping into the role of Mr. Negative himself. With Spider-Man Brand New Day positioned between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, this film could serve as a crucial bridge connecting Peter Parker across dimensions while deepening the emotional stakes for Holland's web-slinger. Spider-Man Brand New Day swings into theaters July 31st, 2026. And if these rumors are true, it's shaping up to be one wild ride. So, guys, tacos on the table. Does Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man officially win the most responsible dad in the multiverse? Or should we check on Scott Lang?
We definitely don't check on Scott Summers. We definitely don't do that.
No,
Nah, it's Scott Summers now.
No,
He doesn't know where his kids are
no. Well, I mean, he did, but you know.
or when.
Scott Lang or Scott Summers? Because Scott Summers
Summers.
doesn't know where his kids are.
No.
Well, no. Scott Summers doesn't know where his kids are. That's what I was saying. Did I say
Yeah.
Lang? Did
No, you
I?
said Summers.
Okay,
No,
cool.
that's-
I was like, did I?
We just said Scott, so that's why I was like, which Scott are we talking about here?
You know, I
No.
kind of
No.
like this.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say my tacos are on the table for Mayday.
Yeah.
I like this. I like cute little baby Mayday in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So
Right.
I think they could find a way to refreshen Spider-Man by bringing in somebody new like this. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Tacos on the table.
Well, does that mean that they'll also bring in Miles?
The rumor is that
Bridge.
they are. The rumor is that
Yeah.
they're bringing Miles Morales into
Oh.
this whole thing. So I mean,
All
like,
right.
you know, we're hearing rumors, and the rumors have been like kind of all over the place that they've already cast and shot scenes with Miles Morales
Mhm.
because they are trying to keep it so under wraps that they don't want people to like know anything about it.
Yeah. Brand new day, brand new Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
and it's supposed to tie into-
introduce. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's supposed to tie into the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh.
Because what
Okay.
they're doing is they're tying that into the multiverse, and when we get to Secret Wars, like the reason that they're introducing, like I guess they're talking about, they've already filmed like a post-credit scene of Miles Morales, so that way they've already introduced him, and when we get to Secret Wars, we have a full-on Miles Morales for that movie.
Nice.
Yeah. You said what I was going to say.
So my tacos are on the table next to all the tacos for Amon Villani, Florence Pugh, and Haley Steinfeld. Just
Aww.
putting that out there.
Are you buying them tacos? What are you
Well,
doing?
no,
Wait,
sure. No,
Are you putting the silver in the tacos you're buying them?
No, I'm
Because
not
that's
putting-
gross.
No, so that's a separate table and a separate restaurant.
Is it? What about the blue stuff? You're not putting blue stuff
No,
on
no,
their
that was-
tacos.
that was an experiment that did not go well.
Okay. Maybe you should just not buy anyone tacos.
Yeah, that might be the best idea.
Not until you figure out the whole taco system.
No. I mean,
When your mom
you know.
tells you back off. Anyways, anybody else have any tacos they need to address here, or any other comments they need to address before we move in?
No, I'm just saying I have a crush on all of them. So
I know you.
I'm
do.
waiting for SHDU to buy me a taco.
We
you know
got
what I'm
that.
saying?
okay,
Like-
all right.
Yeah, should do. Buy us.
I'm game.
tacos. We like tacos.
Oh,
That's
James, I got to tell you something. Husby really loves the gray in your hair. He digs it so much, and he wishes his hair could do that.
It can. We'll
James?
find him a barber.
James has the sexiest of all the salt and peppers out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the gray hair. It's the gray hair. He doesn't want your haircut.
Oh,
He's not a fan of that.
oh,
just likes
doesn't
the
like
gray
my
hair.
haircut. Okay, thanks.
No, not your haircut. Just the color of your hair and how it is on your scalp.
Got it. But he doesn't like my scalp in general.
No,
Got
He's
it.
like,
He
no, I don't like your hair, but I like the color.
Yeah.
it's the combination of the colors and where it's placed. That's what he likes.
Dear Lord. All right,
Very
ladies and gentlemen.
specifically.
There's other places my hair is placed.
Nope, we're not.
You know what?
We're
Well,
moving
that's-
on. We are moving
That's
on.
for OnlyFans.
We are-
OnlyFans
Okay.
wants that.
Move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to move on. We are now moving into everyone's favorite portion of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the download. Let's do this.
All right.
For all the news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. Let us know what you're nerding out on. Right? They did the line for once.
Yeah.
He did the
Yay.
line for once.
Hey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the first portion of the download. It is the takeover. Let's jump into Jen's Cash, the corral, if you will.
What?
I don't know. I just
Well,
threw everything out there. Jen,
Yeah, I
take
just
it over.
I
It's time for
changed
casting cash.
the name. Yeah, because that's more in line with the download thing.
No, it is. It messed me up, but we're gonna go with the casting cash.
Man, you literally took my breath away. Okay, so many stars, so much casting. I need a drink, a Xanax, and a nap. And prophecy is
I was gonna say
fulfilled.
that
Okay.
ended up being very prophetic. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So in every generation, there is a chosen one, and this time she's got a streaming budget.
Woo.
Ryan Kiera Armstrong, she was in Skeleton Crew. If you guys didn't know, has officially been cast as the Slayer in Hulu's revival of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, joining Sarah Michelle Gellar, who is returning as Buffy Summers. Grab Mr. Pointy. Buffy's world is about to get a whole new chapter. So yeah,
Nice.
so what do you guys think?
I think that's a good choice. She
Cool.
was a good enough actor. She every time that she was on screen, she commanded presence for someone of her age.
Yeah. No, she was
so
great
I
in
think,
Skeleton Crew.
yeah, I think she'll do really good as the lead for Buffy.
Yeah, I think I like that she can play a strong young woman, and she did in Skeleton Crew. But you also saw that she was insecure and vulnerable, and in the original Buffy, that was just as much a part of Buffy as the strength. And so I think that she is a good choice. She's 15, so she's actually the age that she should be to be called as a Slayer. So it's it
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
it's right there, almost as if the Hellmouth wants her. So okay, so next that went dark. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
apologize
no.
about that. Finally, a show where the title describes what happens to my free time when a new season drops. Michael J. Fox is making a triumphant return to acting. The 5-time Emmy winner is set to guest star in the season. I'm going to start over. Michael J. Fox is making a triumphant return to acting. The 5-time Emmy winner is set to guest star in season 3 of Apple TV's hit comedy Shrinking, alongside Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. Michael J. Fox definitely understands why Harrison Ford keeps losing his car keys. So,
Yeah.
And
Great
Husby
show.
wants a Derek. He wants a Derek. He loves the Dereks.
Now, will this one be about his kids?
Huh?
It's a Back to the Future joke.
Moranis
Move
joke.
on.
Rick Moranis joke. That's a Rick Moranis joke, people. Rick Moranis. No, I really think that it's well timed because Harrison Ford's character has Parkinson's, so does Michael J. Fox. So
Right.
I think not having him on the show would have been more of a mistake than working around his schedule and his limitations. So I think it's awesome. I also
I agree.
heard a rumor that Kobe Smulders is coming back this season as well. She played the single mom that he like something happened. He had to go and like deliver something to her or something. I don't remember. It was one episode and she had a VW bug. Okay.
She
Sorry,
was one
that was
from
tangent.
the MCU, right? She was like,
She played Maria Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
And she
there
was
you go,
also
Maria.
in
thank you.
How I Met Your Mother. That's where they met. So anyway, so let's move on. Let's go from shrinking to toys. Move over, Woody. There's a new wisecracking toy in town. Conan O'Brien is officially joining the Toy Story universe. The comedian and talk show host will lend his voice to Smarty Pants, a brand new character in Toy Story 5. A toy with hair so iconic even Woody's hat is feeling insecure. And I
love
did
that.
Smarty Pants because I feel like he's going to do the Boston
Oh
thing.
yeah, definitely.
You gotta-
I love Conan, so I'm in. Let's do
Conan is great.
He better have the
I love
cloth.
everything. I love everything Conan O'Brien does. So I mean, like, he's
Mhm.
gonna be great.
Yes. So moving on to a medieval zombie thing. A group of monks walk into a monastery, only to find out that the Eternal Salvation package includes zombies.
A group of monks
I mean,
walk into a monastery. Oh.
Right. A group of monks walk into a monastery. How they got there, nobody knows. All right. Will Poulter, Kit Connor, and Manu Rios are stepping into the medieval horror scene with Rapture, a zombie thriller set in 1348. Imagine 28 days later crashing into the Name of the Rose. That's the eerie energy Rapture is bringing. So, yeah.
Medieval
it sounds kinda
horror
fun.
zombies sounds really cool.
Do you guys not think that maybe the zombie thing, maybe we're getting to the saturation point on zombies?
Yeah, we got to the saturation point long ago.
How dare you?
Okay.
Too many zombies. Like,
Yes,
nobody wants
there are
more
too many
problem.
zombies. We
I'm
need
just
more,
saying-
like, skeletons.
Why don't we give ghouls a chance for a little bit?
Yeah, or like
We are.
Wendigo.
They're in
We-
Fallout.
Like we need more Wendigo content.
Which we're gonna talk about
There
later.
you
so.
I did it.
Yeah,
I did
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah, we need more
You
like
did it.
Wendigo
You did a
content.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, just bring back the Winchesters and make that happen. Because they
Yeah.
had a little bit of everything.
They're doing that on The Boys.
That's true. All right, never mind.
Any more
I'm just gonna
ideas that
stop
are being used
making
right now?
Right. I'm going to stop making obvious suggestions, apparently. Okay. 48 tributes, 1 victor. The second quarter quell is about to change everything. Ralph Fiennes and Maya Hawke are stepping into the world of the Hunger Games in Sunrise on the Reaping. Fiennes takes on the role of President Cornelius Snow, bringing his signature intensity to the ruthless leader of Panem. Meanwhile, Hawk joins as Wyrus, the brilliant but eccentric former Hunger Games victor turned mentor from District 12. The odds were never in their favor, but that's what makes this game interesting. So yeah,
Cool.
I think that's cool.
So
But
now
I
are
didn't
we
know
oversaturated
Wyrus
on
was
Hunger
District
Games
12.
stuff? That's the
Well, that was a long time ago when
yeah.
J Law like said some really not smart things.
Hmm?
So
I
like
just,
immediately after the first
I
one.
just rewatched the Hunger Games. Holds up.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I do love watching the 4 movies.
Yeah, the
Um,
originals were good. It's just all the spin-offs.
But I
I'm
don't-
like,
I
I don't know if we need all these.
I haven't actually seen any of the spin-offs.
I haven't either.
That's so weird. That's odd. Okay. Anyway, I think
it's just on
it's
principle
good
at this point,
casting.
but yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I love.
It's gonna be interesting
like
seeing Ralph
Fiennes,
Fiennes as President Snow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think maybe we'll like all be going like Voldemort Snow? What? Maybe. But who knows? So, hey James, what's the situ on the merch? Cuz we got merch, people.
We got merch, people. Oh,
No,
too early.
It's too early.
It's too early.
It's too
Yeah.
early. We gotta-
Sorry. I got a little excited. What can I say?
Yeah.
What we do have.
I brought
merch.
James in it.
We do have merch. I'm just saying. We have
Yeah.
merch.
Also, speaking of conclaves, or I don't know, maybe I'm
The
trying to segue.
Popa.
And I'm trying to-
I don't know what happened there. But guess what? It's official. Spoiler. Oh my God. I had the line. I had it. It's official. Spoiler alert. Jesus is returning. Mel Gibson is officially bringing the resurrection of the Christ to the big screen. I can't believe this is actually happening. Nearly 2 decades after the Passion of the Christ became a box office phenomenon. Partnering with Lionsgate, Gibson will direct the long-awaited follow-up, reuniting with his longtime producing partner, Bruce Davey, through their Icon production banner, while plot details remain under wraps. Somebody read the book. Production is set to begin late this summer. What do you think? Will this sequel capture the same cultural impact as the original?
100%. It's going to.
I know Frey has thoughts. So
I mean, it's going to because this country is all over that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
At the same time, all I've got to say is Aaron Thicke predicted it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Passion of the Christ, the Resurrection reboot. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're going to have the red carpet
I'm just
at the
thinking
Vatican.
of the Family Guy bit where it's Passion of the Christ 2, Crucify This. But, you know, where it's like an action movie. I still think they should have done that, but you know.
Yeah, we definitely want to move through this, but Jen, give us your thoughts before we move on to the next.
I'll be brief. So I don't think we should give Mel Gibson any oxygen because I think he's a despicable person. I have no problem with the actual movie itself. The only problem I have is Mel Gibson. So like the first one, I will not be watching this one, nor will I really talk about it that much because I am very offended as a woman in what he believes and who he thinks he is to treat women the way he does.
Amen.
I'm with you. I stand with you.
Hey, let's talk about Immortals now.
Yay!
Let's talk about a better person.
That's really interesting.
Hey, wait, before you do that.
That's Gollum.
Yep,
I didn't know
wrong
Henry
picture.
Cavill looked like that. Oh.
Frey,
I was like, that is not a picture.
Frey, push your mic out just away from you for like 2 seconds, or 2 inches, like that. Now talk. Now read it. Now read it.
Immortals clash, swords fly, and the stakes have never been higher. The Highlander reboot is finally happening. Just not where you thought it was. I had to put a little Madison into it. Sorry. Amazon MGM Studios has officially taken over the Highlander reboot after Lionsgate backed out due to budget concerns and doubts about Henry Cavill's box office draw. Director Chad Stahelski from John Wick, I guess he directed something like that, had requested $180 million budget to fully realize his vision, but Lionsgate was unwilling to spend beyond $165 million. Man, million problems. Combined with concerns over Cavill's recent box office performances following underwhelming returns for Argyle and the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, the studio ultimately passed on the project. Amazon MGM already working with Cavill on Voltron, which is set to release on streaming. And Warhammer 40,000 saw the potential in pairing Stahelski's action expertise with Cavill's star power. Now the reboot has fresh momentum with filming set to begin in September and a release planned for 2027 or 2028. What do you think? Will this new home give Highlander the epic revival it deserves?
So I think the studios are on dumb again.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, oh, hey, Argyle and the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare didn't do very well. Well, you guys also didn't promote it very well.
Yeah, I didn't even know those were movies.
Yeah, Argyle I saw, and it was actually pretty good because it was very different. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare I haven't seen yet, but it was mostly because like this stuff was still coming out like towards the end of like COVID lockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no shit, it didn't make a bunch of money.
Yeah, and people have not like been going to theaters the same way since. Like it's been like this summer has been where people have been jumping back in the theater again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because all these movies are coming out, people aren't afraid to go to theaters anymore. The only issue with theaters is, yes, it's a lot more expensive than it was when we were going before. So people are choosing what movies to go see. And I don't think that there's a lack of star power for Henry Cavill.
No.
Yeah, that kind of
No.
blew my mind when I read that. I was like, what? He's not star power? He's like the epitome of star power.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at those
no,
look at those guns. Look at those.
There is
Yeah,
there is not one person. The internet hates everything. There's not one person on the internet that hates Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
You don't can I'm just gonna throw this out there about Henry Cavill. Do you think he's too nice? Because he keeps getting these projects like attached to him and then they're like ripped away, or somebody's making some weird thing like the Voltron, like, oh, let's not do it anymore, or let's just put it on streaming instead of giving it a theatrical release. It's almost like he's too nice to be like, oh no, I'm putting my foot down.
The issue is also like the studios.
He's too busy
Blaming
building his
Henry Cavill?
PCs too.
It's
and
the
his Warhammer
studio
collection.
blaming Henry Cavill and saying Henry Cavill is the problem, when in reality the problem is you guys. You know, the issue
Well,
is they
and
don't know how to
he's
promote movies anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I think he
mean,
just needs a like a big blockbuster movie or project to be like, boom, he's back. This is Henry Cavill. Everybody
I
forgot
hope
who
it
he
happens.
is.
I hope it happens because I love Henry Cavill, and I'm excited about this Warhammer thing. I think that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
but you know,
I also think that
I'm excited about
oh,
Highlander.
go ahead.
So
I think
I'm just curious. Anyway, sorry, go.
I think he's choosing movies that he wants to do now
right.
because he's gotten burned so many times by doing the things that others wanted him to do. And so if they don't make as much money as Superman, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
Just,
fine.
you know,
And I mean, the internet.
let him do what he loves.
The internet imploded on itself when he was recast for in The Witcher. Like when they recast him, like people are still pissed off. People are boycotting The Witcher right now, and the season hasn't even
I'm
come
still
out
pissed off.
because
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's no longer The Witcher. He was perfect. He was the perfect Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. It would be like
Anyway.
Sarah Michelle Gellar not being Buffy.
Right. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on. I want to complain about this that much, but I mean, like, we are kind of lingering on the story a little longer than we should. So,
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Enterprise, with new worlds, new dangers, and a captain who knows the stakes. Strange New Worlds returns for another thrilling mission. Captain Pike and his crew are back with Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. This season brings an exciting guest lineup including Rhys Darby's, Patton Oswalt, and a special return from Paul Weezy as Lieutenant James T. Kirk. The adventure doesn't stop there. Season 4 is already in production, ensuring more exploration ahead. Kicking off with a 2-episode debut before settling into weekly releases every Thursday through September the 11th, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 officially premieres July 17th on Paramount+. So, are you excited to go where no one has gone before?
I love how colorful the artwork is on this.
Yeah.
I haven't-
do
I
love
love
that they've
it.
embraced a little bit more original series style again.
Yeah. I haven't dove into this series yet, but I want to.
same.
I am ashamed as a Star Trek fan that I have not either, because I've heard it's amazing. But yeah, so. But no,
I think it looks cool. I love that pic, and the cast always seems like they're having such a good time, like the behind the scenes stuff and everything, and they're always taking pictures with each other and doing funny dances and stuff. It's a fun time. We should all be watching it right now.
I mean, Paramount Plus, we have it. Let's go watch it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, after the show.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
not
no,
right
no,
now.
now.
stay here for this
Later.
show and then go.
Well, let's just
Then-
keep going so we can get through the
Yeah.
show and then go
And then we
watch
go
it.
watch. Yep.
On
that-
Paramount.
That's sound. The logic is sound.
But before that, N is for Netflix. Netflix is officially the new home of Sesame Street, picking up the beloved kids series after HBO Max opted not to renew the streaming deal. So rude,
for some bizarre
HBO
reason.
Max.
Not
The
just
show will
HBO Max,
debut
all
on
the
Netflix
PBS.
later this year with an all-new, reimagined 56th season plus 90 hours of previous episodes available worldwide. Oh my gosh. The new season will introduce format changes with episodes now centering on one 11-minute story while keeping fan favorite segments like Elmo's World and Cookie Monster's Foodie Truck. By the way, this is the Bluey effect. Short episodes
Ah,
like this
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
for kids.
yeah.
It's the Bluey effect. Okay.
Hadn't even thought of that.
New episodes will still air same day and date on PBS and PBS Kids digital platforms, ensuring free access to early learning content. I actually like that. Good job, Netflix. Netflix is also expanding Sesame Street universe beyond TV, securing rights to develop video games for both Sesame Street and Sesame Street Mecha Builders. I think that's a game they already have. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Turns out the answer is a Netflix subscription.
Good on Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everything that's going around the world right now, everything that's happening with PBS and, you know, just kind of the sadness around all of that. You know, at least Netflix is trying to keep, you know, educational content going.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is, I mean, you got to pay for it, but at the same time, you know.
Well, they said they
it's
also are
available
going to
somewhere.
have it on the PBS stations and PBS Kids digital platforms. So
Yeah.
you will have access to a lot of it. No, I don't know about all of it, but they are going to air the same stuff, same day and date on PBS stations. So
Right.
Good. All right.
I'm
Well,
pretty
Honestly,
sure it's in the
I'm
charter.
glad it has a home again.
Yeah,
So-
it was kind of buried at Max. So Max is kind of geared towards adults,
Right.
right? Even though they have DC content, like DC stuff, it's all kind of swept under the rug. Kind of like what Zaslav does with Looney Tunes, you know? It's all
Mhm.
just kind of backburnered stuff. So it's good
Right.
that Sesame Street's finding a new home where it will get watched.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and it'll be appreciated. I think
Yes.
this is a really good thing. Yeah. So
Young Phil.
I love Sesame Street.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
no,
am-
that was-
I mean,
that was
yeah,
an
again,
essential part
I'm-
of my childhood. So.
It's definitely.
You know
something
who
that-
else likes Muppets? And I will say,
Oh, no.
actually, I have a Sesame Street story, and then we'll talk about who likes Muppets. My Sesame Street story, real quick. There used to be a place called Sesame Place, which was a Sesame Street themed adventure park. And it was outside of Dallas, Texas. And I actually, we would go there. I would go there to it, and I got to take a bubble bath with Ernie, which doesn't sound as pervy as
I
it
was
wasn't
gonna
as
say
pervy as it
that's
sounds.
a little creepy.
But they had a lot of educational tools and things, and had activities so that you got up and got exercise and stuff. So it was a really neat little place, and obviously
cool.
a core memory. So
Let-
way to
no,
go,
no, no.
Sesame Street.
No, I do have a question. So did Bert know about this or
No, he was in there with his rubber ducky, and
he
we sang
aware-
the
oh.
rubber ducky song.
ducky.
it was this rubber ducky?
Yeah.
Okay, sure,
Good
yeah.
one.
Exactly.
All
Anyway, moving on.
So anyway, you know who else likes Muppets? Brett Goldstein.
I was gonna say, is it Roy Kent? Because he's here,
It is.
he's there, he's every fucking where. It's Roy Kent of the DCU. All right, guys, James Gunn has officially cleared up the confusion surrounding Rick Flag Sr.'s role in the DCU. Despite speculation from the Superman trailer, Flag Sr. is not the Secretary of Defense. He's the head of Argus. Ooh. Frank Grillo's Flag Sr. is shaping up to be a major connective thread in Gunn's DCU, appearing in Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, and Creature Commandos. Grillo himself has compared the role to Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury, suggesting Flag Sr. will be a recurring presence across multiple projects. He may not be the Secretary of Defense. Let's be real. Argus probably has way cooler gadgets.
Probably.
Yep. I would
Again,
say
I think Rick Flag needs his own Q. That's what I'm saying.
He needs his own.
and Element OP. Oh wait, we're back to Sesame Street.
Okay.
No, there we go.
Can you tell me how to get?
How to
How
get
to
to Frank
get-
Grillo.
How to get to Argus Street?
Yeah. I mean, that's cool because the thing is that, yes, we lost Rick Flag Jr., but now we're getting more out of Rick Flag Sr. And Rick Flag Sr. is, I mean, so far has been a great character.
Yeah.
I just love that they did it reverse. That it just wound up being in reverse. Because usually it's you get the senior first and then the junior. But now we got junior and he's, gone. And now
Right.
senior's on board. And senior is pissed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's great. I love it. I'm always excited to see more. So from Frank Grillo especially.
And he did so well in Creature Commandos as
Yeah.
rank Rick Flag
Grillo.
Senior.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm
It was very good.
tired.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, who has the next one?
Let's go ahead and move on here.
It's me. Wonder Woman's future is in motion, lasso, tiara, and all. But Themyscira's secrets, those are staying locked up for now. James Gunn has confirmed that Wonder Woman's future in the DCU is moving forward, though details remain under wraps. When asked for an update, Gunn responded, "Not to be shared publicly yet, but yes, encouraging." While there's no official casting announcement, Gunn's comment suggests that the Amazonian warrior is a priority in the rebooted DCU. This aligns with the development of Paradise Lost, the prequel series focusing on Themyscira's political and mythical drama long before Diana's birth. Even Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav
Yeah.
reinforced Wonder Woman's importance, stating that she remains a key part of the studio's long-term plans alongside Batman, Superman, and Supergirl. Wonder Woman's future is encouraging, which is Hollywood speak for "we're working on it, but you'll have to wait." So, what do you guys think?
Good. Good.
I'm glad that there's a plan.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that we're not going to have Gal Gadot because I think
Yeah.
she was wonderful
She was
as
great.
Mhm.
Diana Prince, but finding a way to reboot Diana and get into like a backstory, I'm all for that. I'm
Yeah.
all for that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I have thoughts
Of
because I
course.
kind of like her a little bit.
As seen
So
by the background.
Yeah, my background. So if they go with the George Perez reboot, Wonder Woman doesn't come on
We'll
board
be here for a little while, I think.
in the DC universe for a while after Superman and Batman have been around, and the Justice League. She's not even in the Justice League at first. It was Black Canary. So I feel like this may be the direction that they're going, doing the Paradise Lost, where you kind of get the prequel of Diana, and just seeing how ruthless the Amazons can be and how warrior like they really are. I think that's a better introduction to what culture Wonder Woman comes out of and why it's so important for her to be an ambassador of peace. So I think they're doing it right. Would I like to see Wonder Woman sooner? Absolutely. But I want it to be right. I want it to be correct, because the last thing I want them to do is rush Wonder Woman and it not be great, because that would be doing a disservice to a character that's so beloved by both men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
I agree 100%.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle the lore of it all. You know, like how they're just diving into the whole Superman. Like, we're not going to tell the backstory. We're just going to do it and see what happens.
Yeah, because like you know what? Yeah.
I think
Well,
they can still tell the Wonder Woman backstory somehow by making it layered, by doing the Paradise Lost and Themyscira history, that sort of thing. I think that'll make the character more interesting than just like she's the female superhero on our team. You know,
Yeah.
like if we
Right.
get a lot more, I think that would work out better.
Well, and with I mean, not to mention the Andor, because I know that a lot of us haven't seen the ending yet. But they've proven that you can basically give an audience 4 movies, like, well, actually, yeah, 4 movies in a season, like 4 full length movies in a season.
Yeah.
So why not do something like that? And that would tell so much of Diana's history and really bring that whole the Greek culture in the DC universe into focus. I mean, they've already given us Cersei, so it's not like
Yeah.
we don't already know one of Wonder Woman's enemies. So it's like
Yeah.
I feel like they're just giving us the Wonder Woman like little drips, and I like it, but don't be a sadist, okay?
No, it would be very, very cool though if the Amazon show was kind of like Andor, where they have a bunch of time jumps and things. So you start at like the beginning of Themyscira or whatever, and then progressively we go up to the last arc or the last few episodes or whatever is the birth of Diana.
That would be amazing.
That would be really cool. So
I was about to ask you, who would you fan cast, because I know you like the fan casting segment we did recently. Who would you cast as Diana? But I think you kind of answered it for me by bringing up Andor, because Bix from Andor, what's her name? Adria Aronha?
Adria Arjona?
Yeah.
Oh my
Arjona?
gosh.
Arjona? Yeah.
Think about her as Wonder Woman.
She'd be
She would be
awesome.
would be
Good.
good.
Yeah.
She's a little skinny, but
Yeah.
she would be good.
There needs to be a little bit more muscle there, but
And that's okay. That's
But
okay.
I mean, you're like, we said the same thing about Gal Gadot,
yeah.
Mhm.
and
No, I
then
agree.
Gal Gadot put on a crap ton of muscle and looked amazing as Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I mean, like,
I'm not saying
yeah.
that she couldn't do it. She could definitely do it, but
By the way,
definitely. No, I
she's
don't
also
think
dating the main man, Jason Momoa.
so.
is she?
Oh,
Just throwing it out there. Yeah, he was on the
Alright.
Andor premiere, red carpet.
oh, yeah. Okay.
I was like, what's he doing there? And then I realized that, oh,
they
they're dating.
no,
I wouldn't-
they should have put him in Andor as like a Wookiee or something.
Just put him in as his Dune character.
If he would have just showed up as a
No,
Wookiee, he's like,
because-
all
Because
right.
in every universe,
All right,
There
let's
is
get this
a-
going.
yeah, because in every
Just give it a
universe
Chi-Hu,
there is a
like-
Duncan Idaho. He just
Oh my
keeps
God.
getting
Lobo just shows up for no
yeah.
reason.
No, there's a Dun-
In Star
yeah.
Wars, you just have him say Ch224, and that's like that's the
Yeah.
that's like the language that he speaks. You just walk
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah. He said hello. Ch224. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I
He's
but
got a
I
speeder
think
bike.
it's a good
He just-
idea. I hadn't really thought about who I would want to be Wonder Woman, because there are so many good choices.
Okay, so
I think if Ariana Greenblatt was taller, I would say she would be perfect.
Her fighting skills are ridiculous.
Yeah, but I feel like she might be a good Donna Troy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know who I would want as Wonder. Hannah Waddington would be an amazing Hippolyta.
Mhm.
I agree with that.
yeah.
I think she would be amazing, and they could go the Cloris Leachman route from the first season of the Wonder Woman television show. She was hilarious AF. I'm telling you, it is an
Ooh.
amazing season.
I'm
But
looking
let's move
at,
on.
I'm just real quick.
Yeah,
I'm
we
looking at
should
people
probably move on.
online.
Maybe we'll do a fan cast next week.
Well, I'm saying like, I see a lot of people like online, and Naomi Scott. A lot of people are
Mm.
pushing for. She'd be a good Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I really want there to be a really prominent Nubia in the Wonder Woman universe. I feel like there are so many amazing Amazons that they could pick from that it shouldn't just be Wonder Woman out in the world. Like Artemis has got some major issues, but she grows and grows and grows. And
Yeah.
there's just so much to get into. I would love to see an amazing Nubia.
Yeah.
You know who my fan cast for Wonder Woman is?
Me? Is
Robert
it me?
Pattinson.
Thank
Oh
you.
no.
Robert
Rob.
Pattinson.
Oh no, I actually was going to say Frey, and then I Fire up the back signal. Vengeance is back. Matt Reeves is closing in on the finish line with The Batman Part 2, with a first full draft of the script expected by Memorial Day. Finally. The sequel, now locked in for October the 1st of 2027, the film could begin production in late 2025 or early 2026. Warner Brothers hasn't revealed any plot details yet, no new cast members have been confirmed, but with the script nearly complete, expect more updates in the coming months. Holy script pages, Batman! The Batman Part 2 is finally making progress. Same bat time, same bat channel, just in 2027.
We got a little bit of time before we get Bruce Wayne back on screen. I do enjoy on rewatch. I do enjoy Pattinson's Batman. Again, my only issue with Pattinson's Batman is the stomping.
Rob Pat.
Yeah,
Yay, Rob Pat.
Batman doesn't stomp like that. Batman's a ninja. But I mean, other than that, his portrayal of Bruce Wayne, and like the vulnerability that Bruce is at, and just kind of the anger that he has as Batman is it's amazing.
I finally got to see it recently. I loved it. It is potentially the best Batman movie, seriously. And so I'm incredibly excited for this.
I mean, especially considering it's based on year one, like it's
Right,
or
exactly.
year two,
Or,
it's based
yeah.
on year two.
Yeah.
It's very well done. And hopefully he becomes more of a ninja as he goes on.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's still kind of learning how to be Batman, too. And I think that's part of it, is getting this earlier version. No, I think it's, I'm into it. I'm into it. Let's do it. So
I think
I'm glad...
tonally. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
I was just gonna say, I think tonally it is the closest to the comic books.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Long Halloween, 100%.
Yeah, but with the universe they live in, that Batman lives in, and also that Bruce Wayne survives in, I think both of those are really very close to the comics, and I appreciate it, but not like a carbon copy like Watchmen, like having its own vision.
Like,
as well.
again, we need our weird autistic Batman. We need that, because again, that's perfect. That's how Batman should be.
And then also Penguin fleshing out that universe a little more. That show was awesome.
Yeah.
And
so, no, I'm
and
very excited.
SHDU gets to watch it. He hasn't watched it yet. He wanted to watch the Batman first, so.
And now I've seen it, so now I can see Penguin. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on. Beast. The only mutant who thinks quoting Hamlet mid-fight is a good strategy.
He's not wrong.
Kelsey Grammer is back as Beast in Avengers Doomsday following his surprise return in the Marvels. Grammer described Hank McCoy as the Martin Luther King of mutants, emphasizing his dignity, dream, and reluctance to fight unless absolutely necessary. He also admitted feeling crestfallen when Nicholas Hoult took over the role in X-Men First Class, but always hoped to play Beast again, with Avengers Doomsday hitting theaters May 1st, 2026, followed by Avengers Secret Wars 2027. Grammer's Beast is poised to be a major presence in the MCU's evolving multiverse. Kelsey Grammer's calls Beast the Martin Luther King of mutants. Bold claim or a fitting tribute?
Bold claim, because Professor X is the Martin Luther King of mutants.
Exactly. It's the whole Professor X is MLK Jr. and Magneto is
Malcolm X.
Yeah, exactly.
Malcolm X, yeah.
It's Malcolm X. So
what are you doing, Kelsey? This is how you get Fraser canceled, because you're throwing out weird claims like that.
Wait, who was Malcolm X's like lieutenant, like his right hand man? Because maybe that's who Beast is. No, that's probably Scott. I don't know. Let's not get into Scott Summers again.
No, I mean I know what he's going for in terms of like characterization, but it's still a little weird of a comparison. Though again, now he said Martin Luther King. He didn't say Martin Luther King Jr. So could be.
Yeah, I think the whole idea is that he feels that Beast is more of a pacifist and intellectual versus let me bust out my claw.
That's almost a more like W.E.B. Du Bois kind of framing then?
What?
Gesundheit. Bless you.
What? Well, you're not up on your. Am I the only one who remembers that historical figure? No.
I don't know
Uh,
what the heck you're
We're
talking
moving
about.
on.
I'm
We're
gonna
moving
Google it later.
Yeah.
But
Let's continue on here, guys. Oh, geez, Rick, did you why would you have to wait for seasons like it's some kind of cosmic joke? Just it's terrible. What? Why? Rick and Morty fans rejoice. The long waits between seasons are finally shrinking. Season 8 is set to premiere May 25th on Adult Swim. And showrunner Scott Marder has confirmed that season 9 is nearly finished, with season 10 already deep into production. The goal? A consistent yearly release schedule, meaning no more multi-year gaps between seasons. Finally! Wait, do I have an applause?
no.
Oh.
That's like the extended remix of applause.
It is. Well, it's only like 3 people in the room.
That's like the
series
Freebird of applause.
That's Freebird. The series has already been greenlit through season 12, so if everything stays on track, fans can expect a steady stream of portal hopping chaos for years to come. Season 8 is locked, loaded, and ready to get swifty soon.
Nice. You know, when we were in Boise, like there was like 5 of us in a room. We're all jam packed in there, and I think Jeff would throw on Rick and Morty at night, and everybody would fall asleep to Rick and Morty. But of course, they've all seen it. I haven't watched a ton of Rick and Morty, so like
watching Rick and Morty, like why am I not watching the show?
Well, I would just get sucked into it, and then I'd be sitting there for like 2 hours watching Rick and Morty, and everybody else is asleep, and I'm like, oh wait a second, it's 2:30 in the morning. It's time to go to bed so we can do some panels.
The real problem with Rick and Morty is a lot of people don't realize just how highly intelligent that show is.
Oh yeah.
But then also how weird it is at the same time.
And how stupid it is. Exactly.
Yeah. And it's all of those things at once. It's like snake jazz. But I love it. Husby introduced me to that in Venture Brothers, and just for those 2 reasons, I feel like I should have married him. So,
Venture Brothers is another example of a show that is
good,
just so dumb
good.
but so smart at the same time.
It's intelligent, but it is so stupid.
Oh yeah,
that's the best kind of humor. It's like there's some really intellectual reference or whatever, and then it's incredibly stupid the next frame. It's great.
Venture Brothers is also like they're making fun of like tropes, so like Hardy Boys and
exactly
Johnny Quest and stuff like that, and they're just making fun.
I mean, they blatantly go after Johnny Quest.
Oh, very much so. But I mean, obviously the twins are based on the Hardy Boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Well, speaking of, I don't know. I don't have anything.
He's like, I don't have anything here, but I do. So you will respect my authority, okay? New Vegas is calling, all right? Bright lights, big stakes, and just enough radiation to keep things interesting. Amazon's Fallout series is aiming for the long haul, with actor Aaron Moten revealing that the show's endpoint is already mapped out, and it could stretch to 5 or 6 seasons. Season 2 is officially wrapped filming and is expected to premiere in the first half of 2026. The story is headed to New Vegas, one of the most iconic locations in all of Fallout lore. Set leaks have already teased glimpses of the Lucky 38 casino and Mr. House, as is confirmed, to play a role, which I'm excited for because he's a giant freaking robot. So though his exact involvement remains a mystery, Walton Goggins, who plays the ghoul, has hyped up the next chapter, calling it a whole nother level, and promising a fully fleshed out world that feels like it's been lived in for 200 years. 5 seasons in the wasteland. Is your Pip-Boy ready?
Yeah.
Let me try the Walton Goggins quote.
Oh no.
A whole nother level. How good was that?
A whole nother level.
A whole nother level. Now I think I sound like a Baptist preacher, so
Okay.
I've
holier than
gone over the edge.
I am kind of excited to see how they do the Lucky 38 Casino. Mr. House is going to be kind of cool just because. Are you guys familiar with New Vegas at all?
I
Nope.
have played 30 minutes of it.
So you didn't even get to Mr.
Until
House
it
then. You
crashed.
haven't even gotten to New
It
Vegas
kept
yet.
crashing.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
know
You
why.
haven't even. You didn't even get to New Vegas. Mr. House is basically a AI on steroids, and it is such a great character. JR obviously has played it in the chat. He said New Vegas is the best Fallout game. If they, I mean, I played a remastered version. They need to like remaster that game because the graphics were terrible in the remastered version. Like if they did a remake of that game, it'd be amazing. But dude, this I know they mentioned that they said that they're going to have death claws this season, which is going to be great. I can't wait to see what the death claws are going to look like. Along with I mean, the idea of seeing Mr. House and probably seeing some of the gangs that are in there and seeing how sectioned off and segregated New Vegas is, because New Vegas is basically like a rich haven.
Oh, okay.
Right. So like if you're on the inner strip, you're a part of one of the like 4 major gangs in New Vegas, and they run like the hotels there. Right. But like you have to be rich to gain entrance, or you have to be invited to gain entrance.
I just picture Vegas in any like post-apocalyptic or like dystopian future as the Vegas from The Stand, the Stephen King's miniseries.
Yeah.
But not the new one, the original. That Vegas.
Gotcha.
That's what I picture.
I also want to see the role that the New California Republic plays, because they played a big role in the game. It's gonna be interesting the way that they play them out, because there's a lot of moral ambiguity within the universe of Fallout. There are no good guys and bad guys. There's a lot of nuance in it. So it's like they're like the team that you think is the good guys also do like atrocities. You know, like the people who are like, oh, these are good people, but they also commit like fucking genocide and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like there's so much moral, things on there. The modded PC version with better graphics and bug fixes. I can't wait to see how the NCR and Caesar's Legion come into play. I could not. They kept saying Caesar in the game.
That's how you
correct.
say it.
That is
That's
correct.
correct Latin.
That is exactly how you're supposed to say it. Yes.
Okay, so
That's
yeah,
correct.
they actually.
I'll take one Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's different because that's named after a different person. Well, really.
How many Caesars are there?
Well, there's Gaius Julius Caesar, who's obviously the Roman, and then there's some other dude also who was named Caesar because he was
See what you started, James?
French and invented the Caesar salad.
Fun fact: the Caesar salad was not French. The Caesar salad is Mexican.
Oh, sorry, not yeah. I meant to say.
Wow.
I think his name may have been French.
He was trying to like smarty pants you, but then got smarty pantsed by young Phil James.
Also, you did not
You
say
did that.
Also, you did not say well, really, so you're not going to get the point for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Damn.
That's not till Friday, buddy. Calm down. All right. So, which, by the way, on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing well, really. So let's
Yes, on Friday.
let's get in. It's going to be a fun time.
On Friday. Be
We
there,
may
be there,
have
be
some
there.
Celebrities joining us, so
We do.
tune in.
We do.
Kaiser Soze. So let's go ahead and move on, unless anybody has any other thoughts on Fallout.
I'm good. I'll just
I
correct you
think it's
whenever I
going to be
need
awesome.
so.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I like that show. It's fun.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2, just because, again, I've played the games. I'm familiar with all this stuff. The fact that we are going to be, we've already started in California because they did, LA in the first season. They gave us kind of like bits of the New California Republic, which plays a major role in New Vegas. I'm excited for all this. So
Yeah, all right, we're good. We're fun.
I think it's
Cool.
going to be interesting.
All right. Who's got the next one? Is it me? No, it's not.
Fred.
No, it's me. Fisk meets the governor, but what will Vanessa think? Lily Taylor has officially confirmed her role as New York's governor in Daredevil Born Again Season 2, setting the stage for a political showdown against Mayor Wilson Fisk. Taylor revealed that her character's presence was planned from the start, aligning with Season 1's finale, where Commissioner Gallo unsuccessfully tried to reach the governor after Fisk declared martial law. She also teased the show's deeper themes, saying it will tackle power and authoritarianism. Ooh, I can't even say that word. With Fisk tightening his grip on New York and unleashing his anti-vigilante task force, the governor could be one of the few forces standing in his way. New York's governor is stepping up, but taking on Fisk might be tougher than a Mystic Pizza shift on a Friday night.
The amount of references in that, I was like, whoa, okay. It's gonna be interesting to see Lily Taylor come in and just kind of command the presence the way she does.
Right, yeah.
And she said they're gonna be tackling power and authoritarianism. Like, are they tackling against Fisk, or is she just gonna be like a higher level authoritarian?
I mean, I think that's the big question. That's something that, and I don't know. I think she might be a gray character. I mean, nobody's completely good in Daredevil Born Again, or Daredevil for that matter. But except Foggy. Foggy was amazing. Foggy was perfect.
I'm kind of hoping that with that we get the story from the comics where Foggy's death was faked, and we get Foggy Nelson back.
Yeah. Ch224 hasn't seen it yet.
Also, spoilers. Yeah,
that's in the first episode.
I know it is.
That's
You've had
from the
time.
comics, dude. So it's not that much of a spoiler.
I don't know these
Hey,
things.
that show came out like 3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
I
spoiler.
haven't seen the original show.
That
He's
came
watching
out
the
6
original
years ago.
I understand that.
10.
You're
It was 10
behind,
years
bro.
ago.
You are.
Daredevil comics came out in the 60s.
I wasn't old enough, damn it.
You are so far behind on one of the best series on all of television, dude. You
I know. I
need to
started
that.
watching it. It's incredible. Anyway,
Spoiler alert!
Watch
Darth
Andor
Vader.
last night.
Spoiler alert! Darth Vader is Luke's father.
oh my.
We tried to finish Andor yesterday, and our power was out for 8 hours.
Like,
I'm convinced at this
were
point
ready. We were there.
we're not supposed to.
And then it just went out. So the
Sandra's got
universe
a good
doesn't
point.
want us.
How
to
long
watch
ago
it.
did Goonies come out?
He's seen
I've
Goonies.
seen
though.
Goonies. I just did not.
He
care for
doesn't
it,
like it.
which is why you.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Terrible.
Jesus comes back to life. So
Anyway, so
At least in the book, he does.
speaking of coming back to life,
Great
It's a father-
transition.
it's a father-son story, but with more stitches and questionable parenting choices. Just like Jesus. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is shaping up to be a deeply emotional take on the classic tale, rather than a traditional horror film. During a Cannes Film Festival panel, Del Toro emphasized that his adaptation is not about scares, but rather an exploration of fatherhood, identity, and empathy. Del
Wait a
Toro is
minute. Wait. What's the film festival's name again?
Cannes? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Cons?
Cons? Is it Cons?
Yeah, I think it's Cons. Guys, do you know? James, look it up.
The Sea Film Festival panel. Del Toro emphasizes
It is
adaptation not about-
Cons.
I think it actually
During
is
a Cons. During a Cons Film Festival panel, Del Toro emphasized that his adaptation is not about scares, but rather an exploration of fatherhood, identity, and empathy. Del Toro's fascination with Frankenstein's creature dates back to a scene in The 7-Year Itch, where Marilyn Monroe remarks that the monster just needed someone to love him. A moment that profoundly shaped his perspective. The film stars Jacob Elordi, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth, and is set to premiere on Netflix this November. Is Frankenstein's creature just a moody science zombie with identity issues? And was David Harbour even, on the table?
He was. That's
was
where
he
the
even-
parts come from.
Well, no, I think... No, was he even considered for this? Come on.
I mean,
He was
did play
too
a
busy
really
being
good-
Red
Yeah.
Guardian.
Like, I mean, he does play a really, really good Frankenstein's monster in Creature Commandos.
He really does. It's pretty good.
He's such a
I feel like
bag, but he's so good though.
yeah, it's just he's
David,
like an
David Harbour.
entitled white man.
It's funny how like David Harbour is such a lovable guy, but he can play douchebag so well.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
His Frankenstein's
it's like how I was
monster is
typecast as
pretty
villains
douchey.
in high school, so
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, I think it's great. I love that they're going with that. I had no idea that Del Toro was basing it off the line from the 7-Year Itch. That's like so meta to me. I love
Yeah.
it.
Just, I mean, that
That is very
trash.
Guillermo del Toro, though.
Yeah, because Guillermo
Yeah.
del Toro is such a cinephile. He's such a
Mhm.
hardcore cinephile.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. He's like what Orson Welles wanted to be.
Okay, I can go with that.
You guys were like, what did she just say? What were the words that came out of her mouth?
Hell
You were
yeah.
done.
I was almost offended by that, and I was like, I had to really think about it, and I was like, she's not wrong.
Slow down there, Rosebud. Just
She
relax.
kind of is not wrong.
I didn't say Alfred Hitchcock. I
That's
do
fair. No,
draw
that's
the
fair.
line
Orson
somewhere.
Welles is an amazing filmmaker. I don't care what anyone says. He also was a very entertaining man. If you know about his antics outside of
Yes.
everything else going on.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. If you have not seen the P commercial from and when I say P, I mean the little green balls, not the thing that comes out of you.
Not the big green balls.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
also come out of you.
that's true.
Different.
But I mean, if you've seen the UKP commercial, like the
It's not getting
him
better.
recording the audio for it all, it is absolutely hilarious. I'm sure you can find it
Yeah,
actually on YouTube.
So is everyone good? We're good on Frankenstein.
He's pretty eccentric. All right, we're done.
Yeah, is everyone good? Great. So if you want something to put on your body, we got merch, people.
We got merch, people.
Whatever body part you want to put it on, just put it on.
If you want something to put on your dead body, we have merch.
We do
If
have
you need-
new merch, ladies and gentlemen. There's all kinds of stuff that we have. There's a bunch of things on the screen that we don't have anymore. But we do have the character shirt on the right side right there. On the left side, we do have a new black shirt that is a black and gray or grayscale version of the shirt. We also have bags. Right, James?
Yeah. Don't you have them? You have them. Do I have any?
Oh, we could call the new black shirt the analog shirt.
The analog
Oh,
shirt.
the
I
analog
like that. Ladies and
oh,
gentlemen,
yeah,
if
there's
you
the-
are
there's the tote
interested,
bag, yeah.
oh, hold on, I'm gonna put
Con
James on
bag.
the
It's
screen
con
here.
bag, yep.
The con bag. Look at that.
Yep. We got stickers as well.
We have these at Gem State. I
We
think
did have those at Gem State.
Oh,
Now we will have those also at Beaver State Comic Con, guys. James, tell everybody pricing here.
the bags, they're $10, man. All you gotta do, $10. Nice and easy.
$10 bag again.
Ah,
Stickers. What's that sticker?
And then if you want
Nice
if you
little
want us
stickers.
if you want one of the shirts, so the character shirt or one of the new logo shirts, they're $20 or $25 if we gotta ship it to you. I was thinking maybe we'll do a deal for the next con. Maybe we'll do $25 if you want a shirt and a bag. What do you think about that? How about that? Deals?
Yeah.
I
A
like
little
it.
bundle. A little bag
Throwing it
bundle.
out there.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there.
You
little
could
little
put the
PN
shirt
bundle.
in the bag.
Yeah. And then you could put a bag in another bag.
That's right. That's how you carry your bag around
Yeah.
the con.
Yeah.
So you're buying 2 bags.
It's bagception.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You're buying. Well,
You need a bag
you can
for
buy
the
3
shirt
bags. You can put
and
a
then
shirt
an
in a
extra
bag,
bag.
in a bag, in another bag,
The bag in a bag while you're bagging
Yeah.
your bag.
So you're buying 3 bags.
and then on that bag, you can put your stickers.
Oh, look at that. JR saying, should have told me when I was there. I would have got one so I could buy more Godzilla figs and have something to put them in.
There you go.
And
See?
you got another
See?
chance at Beaver State, man. You can see us at Beaver State and you can get one of those bags.
Yep.
JR.
Absolutely.
JR, you were standing right next to the bags that were on display when you found out young Phil was the Unipool walking around.
Oh my god. The shock on his face when he found out that I was Unipool, because I was out there
Oh,
just
that's hilarious.
messing around and fighting another cosplayer just as a joke. And at the end,
You were
I'm like,
physically
done.
assaulting another. Oh no.
I was physically assaulting another cosplayer, and it's like he did not hear my voice, just being snarky, sarcastic me. And I took the mask off, and he looked at me and he goes, "Whoa, what? No!"
And then everybody else, so like Sandra and Jeff and Tater, Hydra Bob, they all started taking their masks off, and he saw all of them throughout the day helping us doing stuff. And he's like, "Whoa, no way, what? Huh? What? You?" It's like a weird Scooby Doo like reveal.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it.
I think that's great. Think about that. Being so
Whoa.
surprised to see people.
Yeah,
It's an
that's
amazing
good, it's good,
thing.
yeah.
I know, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our schedule. I still need to update this. I should probably update this tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our schedule as of now: Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30, the show you are watching right now. On Thursdays, we do the build from 6 to 8, where we talk to guests while I build Lego and we do brackets and stuff. Fridays, we're still workshopping this name. How do you guys feel about the defrag?
I think it's computery.
Yeah, it's good. It's computery.
We'll work on it. I think
it sucks D's nuts.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
just wanna say
it's on YouTube. It's live. It's a bunch of different hosts. Try to answer questions they clearly don't know, but laugh and curse while doing it. Sometimes it's Jackbox games. Sometimes it's Chep Nerdy. This Friday, it's Well Really, and it's going to be a good time.
Hosted by yours
Ladies and
truly.
gentlemen, we are going to have so much fun. Please join us and watch us make fools of ourselves and realize that we're not as nerdy as we think we are.
No.
It is very humbling. The game is very humbling.
It's very, very pedantic. Don't miss it.
It absolutely is. So let's pull this
Also
down
have
because
to
we are-
Google pedantic.
We are being joined by not only the DeLongs, but also Zach Deadpool's in the house.
Look at that. It's a party.
It's a party. It's a party.
It is a potty. All right, so
Yes.
before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, each and everybody on here should go ahead and give us all the pluggables for you and your mother.
All right. I am SG Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore from my own fantasy world, my own original music, paranormal investigations, and so much more nerdy stuff. I am also on Furry's channel. We have a little series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. There is also Journals of the Ancestors, where we go over the different races, ancestries, and or species that inhabit the worlds of the multiverse. I am also in the Disconcerting Sphere. I am on the download on Tuesdays. Very sure you're watching right now. The build on Thursdays. Yep. I am also on occasionally the Friday thing. Obviously I am this time. And I am allegedly on Kyber Gear Productions. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Jan, anything to add?
Have a wonderful evening.
What should
All right,
do
so
Jahmez, anything to add?
what Shadu said. Go find everything there. But yeah, going back to the Distance Nerding merch, t-shirts $20, 25 if we gotta ship it to you. Bags $10, but if you want both the bag and the shirt, let's do 25.
Sounds good to me.
Out at the cons, come
Great.
find us. Let's do this.
The party
and
that
if
is
you're a Jawa, you do not get a discount.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. The party that is at the DeLongs. Guys, give us all your pluggables here. Of course, unmute yourself first.
Yes.
Okay, should I do it?
There you go.
Okay, guys. So we right now are 3 subscribers away from our goal on YouTube. So please go over and subscribe to us so you can win this lovely hammer. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. And yeah, wherever this is turning us, you're pretty much going to find us too.
And we will be live tomorrow.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tune into their stream. What are you guys working on tomorrow?
Bruce's gift again, because I have like this week to get it done.
Gotcha. That's
I
right.
lag.
Sack Deadpool, you want to throw something out there?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at SackDeadpool, Facebook Sacramento Deadpool, Threads also for Sacramento Deadpool as well.
Where are you going to be this weekend?
And this weekend, I will be at the Shasta County Renaissance and Fancy Fair. I will be debuting my Thor pool on Saturday, so expect lots and lots of pictures.
Nice.
Awesome.
Did
And
you
you're
say
there too.
Thor pool?
Yes.
Thor pool.
Thor pool.
Love it. Okay.
And you want to throw anything out there? You're here.
Yeah, hi. I'm on Instagram as Loosed Arrow, Unstoppable Once Loosed. I will also be going up for the Ren Fair. I'll be making an appearance on Saturday as Twi'lek Rogue.
Ooh.
You have a great rogue, by the way. We saw you at Weekend Blender, and I was like, that's a really good rogue.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, let's
She looks all blue.
well, let's jump into the rest of this, guys. So, if you would like to support us, if you'd like to support the show, everything that we do, best way to do that is head over to distancenerding.com. Go to the top of the page right there. There's a big blue button that says buy us a taco. You can join the taco party. Join the taco party. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Join the taco party. It is a way that we can continue to do more shows, continue to do more events for you. We can get better prizes and things like that. I mean, it's the only reason that I can get you guys a Lego kit as of next week. Because
With the little eye from Pixar.
That's right, because you guys hit 400 subscribers for us. So we thank you guys again for following us. The next goal is 500, and once we hit 500 subscribers, we'll give away even more prizes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the rest of this here.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and connect with us on. Take it away,
Instagram.
Phil.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm never calling it X. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels, the beard, Jahmez's glasses, just judging you for not buying every single bag that we have available. Period. Watch those glasses. Look at those glasses. They're judging you.
Yeah.
They're absolutely judging you for not buying all the bags. And of course, everything SHDU will do for money, along with the ASMR that he's going to weirdly do right now.
Of course, all the weird varieties of tacos are all on there. They're all there. You can look at them for as long as you want.
We can just
You
watch
should
you eat
do a-
tacos on
I'm
stream.
I never said
I
I was
oddly
going to
feel
be,
violated right now, and I'm not upset with it.
never said I was going to eat them. Just said I was going to show them. It's just.
And that's the reason they're blue, furry, and moldy. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. If you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of the blue furry tacos that
Oh God.
SHDU continue to bring on this show. Fun fact, it's not fur, it's mold.
It's mold. It is.
Force.
It is.
Oh,
It is
And
mold.
you're gonna kill
One of the other
somebody.
ones is black. It was an experiment gone wrong. There's like
Spoiler
legs growing
alert.
out of it. It's weird. Anyway.
It's like
We're
bar
not
rescue.
talking
You're
about
gonna kill somebody. You
Oh
can
my
email
gosh.
us at dist.
I think we
Let's
know
just move
the.
on.
I think we know the picture of
Name.
what the thumbnail is going to be.
Oh,
And the
God,
name
no.
of the episode.
It's gonna be a moldy blue taco
Blue furry
Blue
tacos?
furry tacos.
Yes.
being held by the towel.
So the towel.
Oh,
It's
man.
nerding at AOL.com, and we will read it live on air. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. Of course,
Done.
before everybody goes to bed, Bruce,
Go to sleep.
go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, Bruce.
Go to sleep, Bruce.
Bruce, it's your Aunt Jen. It's time for bed, babe. Time for bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It'll be okay. You'll have a great morning.
I already gave him
Tomorrow.
chloroform, so
You already gave him-
Thanks.
Hey, thanks. And
Keep Keep nerding together.
Keep
That's
nerding.
right,
Nerding
ladies and
together.
gentlemen.
Learning together.
Woo.
Yay! Well, that is it from us, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for the dance party, and everybody is on stream.
Woo.
Let's get this going. Is that a tauntaun?
With Blade riding it.
Distance.
I think a tauntaun was trying to ice skate uphill.
That was good.
Blade thought they spelled that on the outside.
You know, his lightsaber would have an MF on it as well.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.